I'm pretty excited to say that I'll be playing my football for the Nittany Lions at Penn State University.
So I'm Matt Yanofsky with NUC TV, here with Kevin Haplea, 6'4", 240, but got the weight of the world off his shoulders today after a long recruiting process by announcing he's going to the University of Penn State. Big football school, you're going to have 110,000 people watching you. What's that like for you? First, before that, what is the recruiting process like, I must ask?
The recruiting process, was really long, really stressful at times, but, it was one of the most exciting times of my life at the same time, to try to, take everything, as it came, try to be really humble about it, and, because, it's probably one of the biggest decisions of life besides the girl you marry. So, that's what everyone tells me at least, but...
Got a little time before that, though.
But yeah, the next 4 years, they say, impacts the next 40, and, just, really try to make the best decision for me, and, in the end, Penn State was perfect.
You say Penn State was perfect. I looked on Rivals.com. You're one of the top athletes on there from the tight end position. Florida State, there was Clemson. You mentioned Rutgers, North Carolina, many other schools. A lot of those schools, they're one of the top schools as well as Penn State. What made you pick Penn State University over those schools? Was it the opportunity to play for Joe Paterno? Was it the chance that you might be local, or was it just something else that kind of made you feel like this is the place I want to be for the next 4 years? Yeah,
well, I think what I try to do is I made a list of my top priorities. Whether distance was a factor. Based on if I liked something at a school in Florida. For instance, if that would outweigh the positives at a closer school like Rutgers, West Virginia, or Penn State. And I think everything just kind of fell in place for me. Being close to home, my coaches, a lot of them live in PA. They can come watch me. My friends and family can come watch me. And it's big time football, obviously, and the school itself fit for me too. So I don't think anything's gonna be perfect, but it's as close as it comes.
I saw you're actually graduating in December. Your coach talked about that. You can get over to Penn State, start in the spring, get up with workout programs, start getting acclimated to college and everything. How were you able to work that out so you could start college semester early and graduate high school semester early?
Well, I talked to my guidance counselor about it a few months ago, actually, when I made the decision to do it. Had to make sure I had all my credits, for my core classes, my English classes, my math, the core classes like that. And everything works out. I got to get my gym and phys ed in this semester, and my 5 English credits, and then just fill up my schedule, and everything's good to go.
As I said before, Penn State, your coach said you get about 1,000 people per game, mostly friends, family, athletes, friends, stuff like that. You're going to be in front of 110,000 people approximately, millions watching on TV. Is that going to add any extra pressure? Because I know especially for some of these athletes, even though you guys are a Group 4 school, just the fact you're going to have all these extra faces in the crowd and you're going to be right on the spotlight, especially as a member of a top-rated team on the offense, one of the most beloved football programs in the country. You a little worried about that, or is that something you're just going to kind of, let it go along and just play your game?
Yeah, I think when it comes down to it, it's not the fans playing. They can make noise. Obviously, they do at Penn State. But it comes down to the players executing on the field, doing what they can do. If you can catch a ball, in a hallway, you can catch a ball, in a football stadium with 110,000 people. You just gotta, concentrate and just focus and just play like you know how.
You came to our camp in 2008. You were the tight end MVP at the Ultimate 100 camp, which was in Matawan High School. What did our organization do for you, and how do you feel that we benefited you, not only as an athlete, academically?
Well, I think, I went to the Combines freshman year, sophomore year, went to Ultimate 100 both years. It was really what got me started, in the whole recruiting world, and really springboarded me off to where I am now, honestly. It was my first, organized, events. First time I ran a 40-yard dash where I got time, officially I'm on the internet now. And it was a great experience to get that, first of all, the exposure to colleges, being able to compete against top-notch guys. And I think honestly, I probably wouldn't be where I was if I didn't go to the National Underclassmen Combine. It gets you out there, honestly. It's the place to be if you're a freshman or a sophomore in high school, and now junior in high school too. It's definitely the place to be if you want to get some exposure.
It's going to be your final year at North Huntington High School. Now maybe there's a little bit of pressure off your back now that you have that scholarship signed, or actually verbally agreed to. Pardon me. What do you have set for yourself this year? Are you just going to kind of play and see where it goes? Or do you have personal goals set for yourself as well as your team, before it's all said and done at a high school level? Yeah,
I definitely think for me, my team goals definitely coming first. I want to win a bunch of games this year. I want to go out with a bang, and my teammates, they work really hard. Every one of them works just as hard as me. They're really great guys. We have a lot of chemistry, I think. And even though the weight's off my shoulders now with my decision, I think kind of naturally puts a spotlight on me. Kids, fans read, oh, isn't he going to Penn State? Yeah, so again, I just got to step my game up.
I know that you do a little bit of blocking, a little bit of catching, combo tight end. Is there a certain player you model your game after?
I mean, it's kind of tough for me because I think I'm not as tall as the guys like the Jason Wittens, the Kellen Winslow, 6'5", 6'6". But I'm not like a little well, not little, but like a Dallas Clark, line up in the slot all the time. I think we had a run heavy pro style offense here. It was inline blocker a lot. And this year we're spreading it out a little bit. So I think my game's been really well rounded based on what offenses I've played in and what my natural skill set was.
What are your goals not only at Penn State but beyond that? Obviously maybe hope to play pro football. Also academically, is a certain degree you want to pursue, something you might want to do if you don't end up playing football at the level above college?
Yeah, I mean, I've been starting to think about that. Definitely, I've been thinking about, probably it's going to come down to either business and marketing or kinesiology or exercise phys, something like that. I'd love to. I don't really know if I want to be a teacher in high school, but I'd love to, hang out, coach, maybe be a strength coach, personal trainer, something like that, work in a gym or something. Because I'm a competitive guy. I love athletics, and I'd like to stay in it if that was possible.
Very good, Kevin. We have it right here, the newest member of the Penn State-Nittany Lions, Kevin Haplea, class of 2010 from North Huntington High School. Kevin, thank you for coming out. Thank you for coming to our program. Congratulations. Anything in closing?
Just can't wait to get down to Happy Valley in January and hopefully win a few games this fall.
We look forward to watching you. Kevin, congratulations. Best of luck.